Hello and welcome to round 2 back 9 MPO league card coverage of the 2024 LWS Open at Idlewild. BigBarri commentary bringing you the hot action on the front 9 where Ben Callaway just hit a huge ace. And as a reminder for you guys, if you didn't watch the front 9, Paul and I were watching the Olympics today. Paul did not play. I finished way early. We have no idea what's going on with this round right now, but so far there's been a ton of highlights. An ace from Freddie Meza, a spit out from Gavin Phillips, a big ace from Ben like we mentioned before. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on here on moving day.
Also, Isaac Robinson throwing down a 13 under.
That is,
we got Luke Humphreys with an
silly.
11. Scoring conditions, absolutely chef's kiss. Mwah.
Yes, very nice.
Let's see if Ben can take that momentum into this back 9, claw his way back up into that top.
You don't get many Sorry, I thought you were done. You don't get many par 3s on this course, and this is one of them. And this one is a doozy, 368 up the hill, plays ultra far. There's only 5 of them on the course, and Ben's only aced one of them so far. But there's only been 2, so he's aced 50% of them. So good job to you.
Back-to-back aces. Is that what you're calling here, big guy?
I'm trying to. Certainly is a very pretty line.
That's okay.
C2, you're loving life. I mean, that was headed to the promised land, hits the last tree, but that was a beautiful shot.
I like the shot shape here for Joey.
Pulled over just a bit to the right.
You can find looks over there.
Yeah, and he's gonna. That will be obstructed by many trees, but maybe a hyzer look. Oh boy.
Good
that
kick.
Is very nice. This is a very Calvin-esque hole, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a great shot from him, and he's still inside circle too.
He almost throws a little too fast for this hole.
You're not wrong with that. Almost a better shot shape maybe for his eagle, but that might be stretching it out a little bit for that shot shape. He likes to bring the eagle in from left to right a lot, not hyzer flip that up.
Yeah, Gregg's done well to give himself a putt for par inside the circle.
Joey's shaking his head. He doesn't like what he has to do here. He doesn't have to run it. He tries.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And this is a dangerous putt because Ben can see the basket. If you miss low or high at all on this one, dead center, bad things can happen. That's almost a good thing to airball. I've seen a lot of great runs from that collection area down the hill that end up hitting and just rolling forever.
Have the same putt for par.
Yep.
Calvin tries his hand at the hyzer bid, and he will come up short. And Gregg, after that great second shot, is not going to lose any strokes to the card and hardly any strokes to the field.
Well, we had 11 on 5. How many did we have on this one?
17.
More on this one than 5. That's an interesting statistic. Go to the front 9, check out hole 5s.
Mm-hmm. The thing about 10, though, is that you're not wrong with the rollaway potential, but no one's running their 45-footers on hole 5.
Right. No,
and people are going to be running this putt from 60 and in, you know? I mean, even from 90 and in, they're going to try to make them, but this is going to generate a lot of those C2 makes.
That's a great point. And Joseph getting to that 14 under mark, and that's good enough for second place right now.
Man, what a round from Isaac. Ace run hole, we just saw Gavin Phillips hit dead center and spit out. These players are going to try to play just to the right side of this green. Give yourself a short look at the birdie too.
If you would have told me Ben aced 9, I'm thinking sidearm. You know? And then everybody aces it with the backhand. This one is not
going
to be ace. Yeah, I thought it hit it way earlier.
Yep.
but still nips it.
So we've seen James Conrad, now Chris Dickerson, and Ben Callaway. All on camera, too, which is pretty cool. They were all on Jomez when they did it.
Joseph. Sly devil.
Course can be too easy at times, man. He is playing really well.
Gregg's going to try to keep this on hyzer the whole time. Get to the right side of the green. Oh, no.
Oh, just going straight at it. I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Do that.
I don't mind it one bit.
Well, he had it in his hand to start off. Looked like he wanted a little hyzer release.
That's that rhino for you, though. He loves flicking old school R Pro or Pro rhinos.
The hyzer play. That's the bad thing that can happen.
Yep.
Stays in the circle.
Yep. Could have been a lot worse.
So we saw Ricky kind of get a bad reaction up there yesterday. Ended up missing the putt. Let's see if Calvin's. We'll see where Calvin's mental game is.
Hard to get the height and power behind that putt, especially when you're about to jump into a creek. Ben just getting that one up there for the par. And I don't necessarily think that Calvin's thinking about the roll. Like, that's not how Calvin operates. I just think that sometimes he misses putts low.
Well, you can think that all you want, buddy, but I have data for the last 2 days.
Okay. Your data is strong. I will
strong
say
data.
you got strong data.
He might not be showing us, but inside he's that freaking roll away. You go kill me, fly right to the gap.
Calvin's so stoic.
You're not lying. Hey, he did release that on a lot of hyzer. That's an understable rhino. Everybody's still doing all right. 300, 300, 500, 600. At any point on this course, you can go on just an absolute heater. Get the rest of them, and all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself way up the leaderboard.
And we only have one more par 3, one more par 5, so a ton of wooded par 4s yet to come here, hole 12 being one of them. 564 feet, but getting into the perfect position requires a very precise forehand, maybe a backhand turnover, but I imagine most players are going to be going forehand off the tee here. I like this. This is going forward. It's not trying to just hyzer quickly. You know what I mean? It's not like that really overstable driver, which is going to bring you to that right side of the fairway that's still moving in the right direction, even as it makes the corner.
We saw Gregg throw this play on hole 3, and he's doing it again here.
I am just absolutely shocked and stunned by that play. But I mean, it's going to work out for him. It's going to be a really tough second shot to get to the pin. But Gregg's finding something in his backhand right now, and he's trusting it. That's going to be tough.
Might be going out over the crowd. Spectators beware. Just don't hit anything, please.
Let us see what backhands do on this hole.
Yeah.
Is that close enough for like just a jump putt?
I think it is.
That was way down there. What an angle.
Almost.
That was a really touchy shot there for Gregg. And I thought we might see a forehand roller from this pot. Gets tripped up early, finds its way back towards the fairway. Should be a relatively easy downhill jump putt approach.
Go.
Okay, it's a look. He's been on the basket from that distance all day today. Hasn't made any really long ones, but each bit has looked very confident. You know, Greg, that was not an intentional layup.
No, he's trying to make that. Yeah, you were right. This is a jump putt from Calvin.
What a drive.
Sit. Yes, very good.
How cool would that be to see someone just make a putt for 2? Ben would love to make a putt for 3. Are you serious? What is going on? Are we just calling all the highlights for Ben before they happen?
He's on fire.
That is awesome. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yes, from the other spot.
Oh, man. And this is about the same distance as that one on 6 that he just barely missed. This time it goes in perfect.
And Ben gets himself to 14 under par. Slowly clawing back. He has plenty of time to get to that 17 mark.
Oh, sure. I mean,
sometimes it can be intimidating when somebody puts one in before you even tee off or close to it. Oh, you're right. He's all over it, Joseph is. And then you're like, okay, I'm already 6 back. I started the round with the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin gets to 14.
Joey, a little bit extra coming back for par. Oh, boy. That's a nice catch. Man, what a drive to get to shape a backhand turnover through that line. It's just such a long way to go before it starts turning. Incredible shot.
The FAR Ultiworld Disc Golf Fandom Survey is now open. Now in its 3rd year, the survey has expanded and is being run by the team at First Available Research. This is your chance to share your opinions as a member of our awesome disc golf community with questions about players, media, discs, and so much more. Results from the survey will be published in Ultiworld Disc Golf this off-season. The survey is only open for a limited time, so scan the QR code or go to discgolfsurvey.com to take it now and let your voice be heard.
All right, we are here to the KY hole, the Kentucky Y through the gap there. They have removed the Mandos that were once on this hole, made this hole very tricky. Still is very tricky though. We got to get over through the gap, down the hills, through the woods to Grandma's house, which is all the way back here. Pretty close to that OB Creek on the left side. This hole is really all about the tee shot though. Got to get in position. And that is really nice looking. My word. Oh, don't go too far. That is nearly a tap and eagle for the old pin, which is just on the other side of that little green area. Low and left will play just fine.
I think that might be better than Ben's as far as positioning.
I agree. Yeah, Ben's going to have to throw some sort of flex forehand, I think. It's pretty tricky on that far left side.
Joey's never missing this gap, it feels like. Highs are flip master.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with the boosters?
Yeah, this is a lesson in how to throw hole 13.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, masterclass complete. You can go out there and try yourself, everyone. That's awesome stuff there from our group.
But even with great tee shots, you're going to have a very tricky 200-footer in. Joey just...
Yeah, don't tell it to Joey.
It's still tricky. I mean, that gap that he just went through, 10 foot wide, maybe. Cross stance for Gregg.
That's going to kick OB.
No.
Wow. Ouch.
Smart play there from Calvin. Don't play anywhere near the basket. Don't have to. Shape it through the big gap.
That's right.
Put it to the right side of the green. 20-footer.
And Ben's going to have to swing this back through the gap.
Oh, that's a lot of Anheisers. Hold on.
Gosh, that is a frustrating result after such a long drive.
Not a great shot from there, though.
No.
You know?
Yeah, he's got to get that thing. He's got to throw it with something really overstable or put that a little bit wider.
Yeah, I think that was just accidentally missed the angle coming through impact.
Well, Gregg will be taking bogey, and Ben would love to hit this putt to save the par, and he won't. And, man, if you'd shown me those 4 drives and said that we would have been leaving with 2 bogeys, I would have been very shocked. But if you'd have said we would have had 2 birdies, I would not have been shocked.
Yeah, typically with drives like that, you're not going to find bogeys. 2 very, very bad mistakes.
I was surprised. I don't know exactly what Gregg had for his second shot, but I was surprised to see him go with a crossbody stance considering he is such a technically gifted forehand thrower, and usually he's going to find some sort of standstill gap.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's something bothering him. We haven't seen him throw a lot of sidearms today, period. Couple up shots here and there, but...
Really nice one back there on 11.
Yeah, some putter shots, but nothing...
Nothing high speed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, look at that shot.
Man, look how controlled that is. There's just nothing extra at all. Everything is going into the shot, and now he is 1 back of the lead. And look at that. Brother Robinson is 2 back. Could we have a repeat of last week with the Robinson brothers on lead card final round again?
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be super cool. On to 14, Paul. What are we going to see here?
Yeah, same thing as the last hole, just flip it. Sidearm now. Got to hit the gap with the sidearm and make it go right. Not as much OB here until you get to the green. You can go deep. You don't see that a lot. But just hit the gap, get down there, and you're going to have the same kind of like little scrambly shot into the green. You see that gap there on the left, and this is piped.
Gorgeous.
Very good. Right into that ditch area is a nice spot to land.
And Joe pulls it left, hits early tree. Hole gets very difficult now.
First real misrelease we've seen from him today.
Oh, Ben is going for the difficult. He's trying to shape this with a flex. It's going to come up early right side unless it rolls into position, and it's doing that.
This is going to be awesome.
Deal. Hard to do. This gap gets considerably tighter when you go right to left as opposed to left to right flip up.
Here we go. Here's the fast driver for Gregg.
And Plinko.
Almost.
Love to just hit this, let it glide down the hill. That's what you're hoping to miss. That's the one.
Still can get up and down from par from there. Gonna take a really good shot, but doable.
Needs to avoid going too far. Oh, okay. Gregg's in business. He's going to have a long birdie putt. That's a great shot from back there.
Can't do really any better. And he's not even going for the green here.
Yeah, and that's wise. That is actually a very wise play. You can live with a bogey. You don't want one, but it's not worth the double bogey trying to press. Calvin will not be taking a double bogey, or any bogey for that matter. And what is this disc doing? It's drunk. Get back to the hole. Oh.
That's a brutal result.
Brutal.
For such a good drive.
2 holes in a row now. Perfect drive. Let's see what he does with his putt. Oh, great effort. Once again, all over metal from long range, just not quite making these long bombs. But you can gain confidence from that.
Oh,
so
almost
close.
Finds the birdie.
That would have been a birdie save. That would have been truly epic. Ben would love for this to fall. That's too pretty. That is too pretty. That is classic Ben Callaway putting form. One of my favorite forms to watch, man. He is so pure from that range.
Yeah, one of my favorite putts to watch. Perfectly flat almost on the stripe.
Mm-hmm.
Comes in with pace, purpose.
Just the right amount of hyzer, too.
And he's quiet. His body's quiet when it happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of moving parts.
And Calvin quietly...
I'd like to see that putt a little lower, Calvin. Oh,
I don't think Calvin wants any low putts ever again for the rest of his life.
Now, Anderson looking a little shaky. Maybe he's a little drunk there. Jeez.
Well, if he's drunk, I want what he's having because he is playing a heck of a round. Just that one bogey. Check in here with Andrew Marweed.
Just another hole-in-one, it looks like. Oh, no way.
This is the most Andrew Marweed type of play you'd imagine. The forehand short of the creek. Give himself a long putt. Can't imagine what's going to happen here.
Best putter in the world.
That's just surprising to me that he'd make that putt.
Just going to casually walk up, eat a cookie.
Full flex. That comes out of his hand at Anheuser. It just dive bombs in. He is a special player on the greens. And look at that. He is all the way tied for third place now at 15 under. 8 under for his round. That is getting it done out here. That same performance yesterday would have put him on league card.
That is true. Heading up the hill, short par 4. Plays long, though.
Sure does.
Yeah, 487 feet. Dog leg to the right. Throw it right down the middle with whatever you got. Straight as a string is what you're looking for here. No left, no right, but if you do, you'll be scrambling coming up the hill. Pretty steep right-hand turn at the end, too. But if you throw a good drive, you're only looking at about 200, 250 feet.
And Calvin, my goodness, I think he missed his line by a mile, but gets away with it. Going to be in good position now. Ben also missing the line, does not get away with it.
Kinda.
Well, in some ways, but the birdie is flown back into the nest.
I'm never going to say that with this guy again. Ace, million miles of putting, super
Fair.
shredder.
Gregg kicks down into the fairway, also out of position.
Looks cool.
Yeah, he definitely is a cool looking looker. Oh, barely glancing, and that's fine. You know, there's a lot of ways to scramble to the pin from that position.
All right, make me into a genius, Benjamin.
You're not going to be made into a genius.
Yeah?
No.
Oh.
That,
Still have a chance. Still have a chance.
There's hope for someone, but not for Ben or anyone here watching this. Such a difficult uphill run up. And
That's going to be a tough scramble, I think.
I think he might have got far enough right where he's not quite in that cluster, but it's not going to be easy. Man, oh man, he is putting together a good one. Another look for birdie coming up for Joey Buckets. I mean, just without question, breakout player of the year.
Yeah, no doubt. Ben. Oh.
Could you make an argument for Gannon Burr being the breakout player of the year, even though he's already like...
No, that would be a silly argument.
All right, fair enough. It's like broken out to like next level.
He's starting a new level.
Yeah, that's fair. He's inventing it. Calvin unfortunately connects on early tree, and Gregg's he's got a tough one.
Just gonna make it.
Beautiful.
That's some control. Good body control right there. Keeping the head on target, even though your back is turned, making sure that doesn't get you lost, turning with the disc, and then throwing a stripe show right to the hole.
Ben's in some trouble. And it's gonna...
Jeez, Ben. We need to clean this up.
Well, he's got that for bogey.
Quick off the draw. That'll do.
Joey Buckets our only look for birdie on 15. And he makes it. And not quite sure of himself there. But you can take that out of the basket and mark it 3. Oh. Bananas.
I'm still keeping with what I said. All those things are true about Ben.
Yeah, of course. What?
If that spit out, I would have taken it all back. I would have taken everything I said back.
It's a tough double bogey to take. But man, that is one of the trickier sub 500 foot par 4s you'll ever play. It's just you get into a bad spot, it can turn into a double. We just saw it there.
Prince of Southern royalty was born of a plastic stone.
On to the very eagleable par 5, hole 16, 969 feet downhill pretty much the entire way. You want to play relatively conservative tee shot because you really want to get distance on your second shot where the OB widens considerably down here by the green. Try to place your drive somewhere in that C2 range, make your putt across the creek, call it a day.
Okay. Joey's thrown one really bad shot that I've seen today, and this is borderline not great, but it's perfect.
I mean, are you talking about his drive on 14? Because that was like only kind of bad. I mean, he just barely missed the shot.
The sidearm down the hill?
Yeah.
He pulled it way off the gap, my bud. My guy. My dude.
I mean, if that's as bad of a shot as we've seen from him, that's...
Yeah, he's really good. He doesn't miss much.
He doesn't miss by much is what I'm getting at.
So I'm getting at the same thing.
Yeah, right on. Good drives from Calvin and the man they call Mr. Buckets.
Gregg trying to get a little aggressive, and it's going to probably bite him. Yep.
Yes.
You no longer get saved by the high grass, too. Sometimes it used to hit that and kind of roll off, but they've taken that OB line off the high grass in some of the spots here. Ben, just quiet. with the form there too.
Yeah.
Everything about him is just hold. Okay, now we can move.
Yeah, he kind of unleashed on that one too.
Yeah, he went sendies.
You have to like, there's like this balance of conservative and hard on how you throw this next shot, because it's all blind and you have a pretty decent idea of how much energy you want to put behind the shot, but you know that you can find OB if you put too much behind it. So you kind of have to just rip, but also take a little bit off.
I like to play the hole
Oh,
by...
well, that's staying straight for a long, long way for Gregg.
I like to play the hole like this. Try to hit the green. You're not going to do it. And you're probably not going to find the OB. And if you do, you still got to putt for birdie.
Sure.
And if you hit the green, that'd be really cool.
That would be. I think back to the approach shot Macbeth threw with his buzz from like 500 plus feet. And nearly buzzed the tower. Went out of bounds behind the basket for a second before coming back inbounds. And I think he saved the par, but it was just some incredible shot.
Yeah. Very high. Can't imagine this getting all the way there. Although he did throw a very far tee shot.
Yeah.
That's just fine. He's been really kind of dialed from that distance today.
Not wrong. Gregg to save the birdie still. An opportunity.
Tricky little upshot.
And gives it a classic Gregg run.
Never the height. Ben had a putt like this on hole 6
Oh, boy.
for the eagle. That one just was never it. But take the bird.
Joey, a chance for eagle. Got to be careful. They can bounce off that turf OB, but
Not really great bids for the eagle,
Not.
honestly. I'm not impressed. Clean them up. Take the birds. Let's get out of here.
9 total eagles today on 16.
And this is, I believe, the tie for the lead right here.
Even after the bogey, he comes back with 2 more birdies.
Ben staying in the race. If he can go bird, get to 15 under, it's a really good spot to be in this tournament.
Certainly, especially after the costly double bogey. Oh, let's check in here with Emerson Keith up on 18.
Been having a pretty good month.
Well, that was picture perfect off the tee. Yeah, Jared Black on the bag. Oh my gosh, nearly out the gap off the tee.
I'd say that's out the gap.
Oh, that is awesome. A little short and right on the approach, but it's past the tree. Deal. Oh, way past the tree. Emerson Keith, that gets him to 16 under, 1 shy of our 2 leaders.
3.
3.
Calvin and Joseph and Isaac.
Calvin's doing it in a real quiet way. You're sneaky, Calvin. I'm watching you. All right. And yeah, Ezra's just off the leaderboard, man. We just missed it.
Well, you never know. Somebody from this card
It's true.
could drop down.
I don't want it to happen at this point, but if it does, that would be really cool, making history again.
First, you gotta take the par here, and then you're looking pretty good. Avoid double on 18, and then you got yourself a lead card.
It's easy to take a double on 17.
It's easy to take a double on 18, bud.
It's easy to take a double on so many holes in this course.
Joseph
But-
Heisering to the right. Now you just got to be chill.
Just chill.
Yeah. Yeah, that's chill.
Now it's really hard to take a double bogey on 17.
Yep.
Calvin liking that play, goes for a similar line. And if you could do it better, that's the way to do it better. That's awesome.
That'd be cool if you got within a meter of the OB and then you got to bring it
You do.
towards.
You can.
You can?
Yeah, absolutely. You can. If it's within a meter, you can always reposition the disc anywhere within that meter.
So even closer
It's
to
funny
the
that you
cart?
say that here. Oh, Ben Callaway, just
That's
so unfortunate. I have done it one time in tournament, and it was at this tournament.
Okay. I just never really thought about
My
it.
group hated me for it.
I wouldn't hate you. That's great to know. In all my years, I've never thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just did, actually,
Yeah.
a couple of seconds ago. But
Gregg's got a classic Barsby jumper coming here on 17. Oh, don't. Okay.
doesn't jump it. Didn't need to. Had plenty of power.
Have yourself a day. Have yourself a tournament, man.
That was awesome.
I don't know if I said this on camera yesterday or if this is off camera to you, Paul, but after the first 2 holes of playing with Joey yesterday, I just said something to myself. I was like, this guy is going to shred this course.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's going to play great today. He just looked like he was so composed. And I mean, here we are. We're seeing this guy put together 2 fantastic rounds back to back.
Let's see if Calvin can answer the call. Yes.
Yes, he does.
It's a good par putt. Unfortunate that it's just a par, but better than a boger.
You know, it's funny that people would not like the idea that you can get closer
I
with
love
a
it,
meter,
yeah.
but like Gregg just got closer with his meter. So what difference is it what side of the OB line you're on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's funny that people would have some sort of stigma against that, but
I don't know. Maybe.
know the rules,
sense.
folks. Know
Yeah.
the rules and use them to your advantage. Calvin, Joey Buckets, 18 under. Great number through 2 rounds.
I guess there's not a lot of opportunities for that to come into play.
It comes in play here because you have these winding creeks.
Yeah.
Hole 18, a beautiful finishing hole, just a fantastic hole in general. I mean, whatever you can do to keep it on these mulch chips, just do it. Backhand mid-range. Sometimes fairway drivers are thrown on this hole, and sometimes they go as well as Emerson Keith's drive. From there, you got these 2 guardian trees up on the green, keeping you honest with the approach.
I just still can't believe Isaac shot from way back there. That
You
was
just
so cool.
you never see anyone hit the top of the hill and get a birdie, and he had a tap-in birdie.
In the past, kind of dead over here, but now on the left side, you have some options.
They opened it up substantially, I think, for spectators, and also it helps the course flow a bit more, I would say.
Mostly for spectators.
My goodness, Calvin got that turning at the right time. Oh,
Uh-oh.
that would have been super out the gap.
Need some love. Yeah. We'll call that love. Barsby having a slow day.
Good catch of the glasses. Just 2 under for the day for Gregg. Yeah.
Getting
Awesome.
out of the gap. That should be able to get in position, probably save the par, which he's ready to get off the course. Tough back 9 for him.
Smart shot. Good shot. What is Calvin going to try to do here? It looks like he's got his eagle in hand. He's going to try to give a play for the green. No reason not to.
Are you joking?
Glued to the tree. I mean, that's what distance.
Are you joking? I mean, that was just a great camera angle. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the flight, but the body control to stay off the tree in front of him, not end his career with a shattered hand.
Right.
Have the power to get out of the gap with turn,
Sick.
and then to have that accuracy.
Sick.
Calm down.
Well, at the very least, he's going to have the lead or share of the lead. And Joey Buckets will have something to say about it here on 18. Yeah. Good plan for Ben. Few miscues, 4 over par strokes total for the day, but the beautiful ace and some really nice putts as well. Held it together. Oh. Always a showman. That would have sent the Barsbarians wild.
All right, these are the ones you got to make. These are the ones you got to make.
There's something midway through the round where he just started getting shaky on the shorter putts. And usually when that happens, it generates at least one miss coming down the stretch from that range. And it came here on hole 18 for Joey Buckets, and Calvin Heimburg, getting to 19 under, will have a one-shot lead going into the final day. So let's check out some final scores. 59 for Joey Buckets, 57 for Calvin, 11 under for the round, 13 for Isaac Robinson. So one stroke separating all 4 players on our lead card going into Championship Sunday. And there is a ton of players right there on their heels, keeping them honest. This is going to be a classic Idlewild showdown. Just 18 holes to go, Paul.
Can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. I love this lead card. I like the different players we have on it, the different styles of game. Once you put a little pressure on these guys, it's fun to see how they answer the call.
And we got one player who has not won an Elite Series event this year or ever, in Joey Buckets. And could it be his day? Well, 18 holes, one day to find out. We'll see you later tomorrow.